Oh, it's on. All right. Hey guys, how you doing? It's Marcus Canty here, the 200 Milli Man, and I'm back with the no nickels for y'all's K knowledge. All right. So today we're talking about setting up your empire. How are we gonna make 200 million? I didn't say 200,000. I said 200 million. How are we gonna make 200 million dollars in 6 years? Right. First of all, you have to dream big. Right. If you've gone on the website or you've gone on the Facebook group page, then you'll see that I have a quote up there: "Dream big." By the way, it cut off the author's name, so let me see if I can find his name real quick so I can give him his props. Because you got to give up the props, baby. If you're not doing that, then you're plagiarizing. And plagiarizing ain't right. Get your own, and then you can sell it. Right? So let me see if I can find his name real quick, man. I'm going on the No Nickel site right now. I like that name. No Nickel sounds nice, man. And I appreciate y'all for picking up on it. You know, for those that have joined the group, thank you so much for joining the group. If you haven't caught the first few videos, you can go on my personal page, Marcus Conti, C-O-N-T-I, and you can see all of the, I think there are 3 videos on there. They just kind of introduced me, talking about finances and everything, and then I made a bold claim, man. I made a bold claim. Said that I'm going to make $200 million in 6 years. Wow. You know, so I hope you're as excited about it as I am. I'm going to open up this picture here. Finally got there. His name is Richard Branson. What is the man? Richard Branson. How did I not figure out? If y'all don't know who Richard Branson is, then it's like you need to step up your game. So either way, man, that's pretty cool. So, wow, that was, yeah. Anyway, I'm such a dork. I listen to freaking all sorts of different music, and I can't believe that came from him. Dream big. By setting yourself seemingly impossible challenges, you will then have to catch up with them. I have put the pressure on myself to make $200 million in 6 years, and I better get creative because I've made a claim to the world, and I'm going to look like a sucker if I don't make it, right? And guess what? Even if I make $50 million, even if I make $2 million, I'll still be a millionaire, right? A millionaire sucker, right? But I'm going to hit my freaking goal because I don't like losing. So anyway, I got to find my daggone stand by one. I got to find my freaking eraser. Oh, I edited that out. Alright, there we go. I got my daggone eraser and all that. I'm going to step the game up as we continue to build resources. You know, but anyway, you're seeing how we doing it from the bottom up, man. If you need a job, first of all, so if you don't have a job, you need to get a job, right? So you got to be at the base. You got to be employed, man. You got to be bringing in money somewhere. We're going to be doing multiple streams of income. Can we please start with one? Like, can you please start with one? If you can't go flip burgers, I don't care. Get yourself some money because there's no excuse not to make these steps. Either way, all right. You gotta quickly do it. I'm about to throw up some digits. Okay? So, anyway, you gotta get yourself some money. So, we were talking about last week, if anybody did the assignment, which I don't think that y'all did, you know, but guess what? You're only hurting yourself. Why? Because we're talking about net worth. Right? What am I worth? How much money am I worth? And that's such a sad thing, right? To monetize our lives, to think, how much am I as a person worth, right? Because what's my number if you were to ask me how much I'm worth, right? They have all sorts of different different tests and I don't know, stupid questions like, would you do X for this amount of money, and that's how much you're worth, and that's not how much you're worth, man. That's how much your integrity or your pride is, but that's not how much you're worth, So anyway, when we're talking about net worth, we're talking about how much money are you able to provide to the world in this economy, right? Okay, so the equation for net worth, assets. So assets are going to be anything that pays me, right? Anything that I own, that I hold, that I grasp in my hand, man, that's worth something. So assets, anything worth money. What will we put in that category? A lot of people put a house, cars. What else? Savings. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. All right. So anyway, cars, savings. Then you'll have stupid stuff like CDs and mutual funds and bonds. Because all of your rich uncles have those things, right? What else? 401ks. For you guys in the military, that's a TSP. If you're in the military, that is a good deal. Do it. When you get to boot camp, if you're a new guy that hasn't gotten into the military yet, I say if you're going to get into the military, sign that line, fool. Okay? And you need to max it out. All right, but we'll talk about that later. Anyway, all right, all these things right here we consider worth something, right? And then we're going to subtract. What are we going to subtract? Liabilities. Liabilities is any money that I owe to the economy. The economy is like, give me my money. What is in there? Liabilities, is going. I'm not really talking about utility bills, your daily habit at Starbucks. I don't care, man. I'm not going to tell you to freaking save your money and scrimp and save and feel like you gotta, I don't know, like you're going to try to squeeze every freaking ounce at every dime or every penny. It's not about that. Money is not about getting the most out of the money, right? Because if you want the most out of money, what do? Get some more, right? If I pay $5 for a beer, that beer is going to be done after 16 ounces, 12 ounces, whatever it is, man, right? I'm not going to sit there and suck on it and savor it and every daggone sip. I'm not going to do that, man. Like, if I want another beer, I want to get another beer. And if I want another beer, it's going to cost me $5, right? So get yourself some more money. Anyway, we're not going to be broke, folks. I mean, we're not going to be poor, all right? You're not going to freaking break yourself trying to save your way to $1 million. I don't want you freaking giving up your weekly thing that, helps you get through, life. If you like freaking going to the movies once a week, I'm not going to tell you that you can save that 15, 20 bucks a week or whatever it is, because if $60 a month is breaking you, man, like, you need to step your game up. That's all it is. You could be BH about it and say, oh, I only make so much money, and then if I need to save it so I can get to $1 million, I will. No, man. No. If $60 is breaking you, go find the other $60. Go on freaking Craigslist and take an odd job on the weekend instead of sitting around freaking smoking weed or freaking drinking and playing games, whatever you do. Get up, get out, and get something. Outcast. So anyway, assets minus liabilities equals net worth. And this is what I asked y'all to do. So if you have a worksheet, something similar to that, you should have some dollar amounts here, right? It should tell you that you're worth, 30,000, 15,000, something like that, whatever. We're going to take the total amount of assets that we have minus the liability. Now, if you have a car, or let's talk about a car first. If you have a car, right, I don't have a red ink stick out here. Let me see. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do. All right. So, if you have a car, that car costs you gas, right? You got to put fuel in it. It costs you freaking insurance because you got to have insurance, right? And then you got freaking maintenance. Ooh, look at all that red dripping out, man. Is that an asset? You got a pretty cool car. Let's say you put 20,000. You got a $20,000 car. Let's keep it reasonable. All right. You owe 20,000, and as soon as you drive off that lot, how much is that car worth? Like everybody knows the whole thing. Once you drive off the lot, then you're going to lose 25% value of your $20,000 car. So 25% or a quarter is going to be $5,000. So that car really worth $15,000? Probably not. I mean, you can sell it. You know, you can sell it closer to that 20, but we've already heard that number, right? So it's worth 20,000. Let's say you're paying freaking, I don't know, $350, $400 a month. So you're paying $400 a month. So if I pay that $400 times 12, I paid $4,800. Right? At the end of that year, I'm still in the red, $15,200. How can I put that as an asset when I still owe money? I still owe money on it. So guess what? Cars is going to become a liability. Now that I got my different colors, we can rock. I really want y'all to pay attention to this, right? Because it's very easy to get this stuff confused when you're basing your financial moves and status on that of those around you. Because everybody that looks like they have money ain't got it. Because if they had it, they wouldn't be trying to convince everybody that they have it. That guy that lives in your same apartment complex that drives a freaking brand new Benz, you got the brand new BMW, always got the fresh Charge or something like that, always fresh, rocking the Polo. That's cool. People really do like to look nice, and I appreciate that. You know, I used to be a little pretty boy. You know, so anyway, but then I started working, right? So either way, got to the money. So either way, people that's trying to convince you that they're rich ain't really rich, man. So let's talk about a house. There's a lot of people out there that will convince you that I am an idiot for renting my home. I'm a man with 5 children, right? So I'm a man with 5 children, 1 income, and we live in a house that I rent. Always been renting. And honestly, it ain't really been my choice, but I just haven't settled down in one place, you know, to set some roots. So, as you know, I moved to California 6 months ago. Now I'm here in Texas, and guess what? Who knows where I'll be in 6 months, right? So, let's talk about that house. I'm going to put it back in green for y'all, because I don't want to give away the goods. I don't even know why I wrote it. Or erased it. So, either way, all right, that house, right, freaking... Let's see if I can get the lighting better on that. If I could mute that light or something, that'd be awesome. You mute that light so I won't get a... Let's see if that works. That's too dark, baby. Alright, I'm gonna make sure I post these notes. I'm gonna take a picture of these and post these notes for y'all so you can see this board a little later. If you can see it, that's awesome. Alright, but I'm gonna try to keep that glare off of here. That thing's weird, man. So... Anyway, you know what? Pause. I got an idea. Anyway, all right. So we were talking about the house. The house. What does a house cost you? A house is going to cost you, let's see, it's going to cost you maintenance, right? So, red line, maintenance. You're going to pay taxes on it every year. What else? The mortgage, right? So, now let's talk about the mortgage. Everybody says, and I mean, you can read Robert Kiyosaki. I've read all these people. I'm telling you, this is over 20 years. I would say 15 years. Yeah, it's not over 20. It's over 15 years of daggone research, trial and error, and finally putting it all together. You know, and some maturity added to it. So that brought out the hustle. You know, like not just the hustle because I already had the hustle. You know, but now we're talking about getting to the money, like actually getting to the real big boy money. You know, like, man, I told y'all I'm trying to have LeBron money, but I'm not a baller. I'm trying to have 50 Cent money, but I ain't a rapper. You know, so what we gonna do? So either way, all right, the house, that mortgage, right? Because let's say you buy yourself a nice house. Let's make it 325. Depending on where you live, that's nice, or it's a dome. Don't matter. Anyway, so you put 325 on the house. No, you didn't. The bank did. So you owe that 325. Right, so let's say your mortgage payment is, let's say $1,600 a month. 1,600 times 12. We're going to do a little math. I don't have an assistant yet, so I just use Siri. I mean, not Siri, but daggone Google. No, I appreciate it. Google is, man, those guys are freaking beasts, let me tell you. They're just shaping the world. Either way. Okay, Google. What's 1,600 times 12?
Here is information from Wonderslist.
What's 1600 times 12?
The answer is 19,200.
19,200. Right? So that's how much you spent in 1 year. All right, we're just going to say in 1 year. I just want you to see the example that you put that money in, and now you're like, yes, I put $19,200 in equity into my house. Right? So I already got the Google calculator pulled up. So we'll do 325 minus 19.2. And so you still owe the bank 3,058. Right? You still owe the economy $305,000. So that is not an asset. I want you to rearrange your mind, man, because, man, we've been learning about money all wrong. I don't think we even learned about money, right? Because in school, they don't really teach you about money. You know, they teach you all the stupid stuff that you need to know, you know, but other stuff you don't really need to know. No, it's really just a process, man. I've been in daggone college for over 15 years. I still haven't learned anything yet. And guess what? I don't use my degree to this day. So, that being said, save that freaking $56,000 of debt that I got from Georgia Tech. I would have put that towards real estate. I'd already be a millionaire and I wouldn't be making these videos. So maybe that's the way that God intended this to be. Either way it goes, because I could deliver this message to y'all. Because I'm telling you how to get it with no nickels. So, there's actually a liability, right? So let's go ahead and red that house up. Boom. Thought that was the American dream, huh? Right? But guess what? I'm here in El Paso, Texas. I'm not from El Paso. I don't think that I'm going to retire here. I'm not going to retire here, right? So I'll probably have a house here one day if I decide there's some reason that I want to be in El Paso. And guess what? I'll just Airbnb it, you know, because I'm only going to be there for a moment. You know, if I want to have a house over in California, yeah, it'd be nice to have a house over there that I can always come to. But why not just rent a house? You know, even if I want to rent it for the whole year, I'll say, hey, this year I might hop over to California a few months out of the year. Or every now and then I'll just go back and forth and I have a house. That's cool. I'll pay that $1,100, $1,200, $1,500, whatever I decide to pay, you know, on a house just to be there. But guess what? I don't own it. It's not this situation. Not that situation right there. So, whenever you buy a house, a single family home, you're losing. Because I don't know what makes people think, right? I used to want my grandma's house when I thought I was going to stay in Atlanta. It was nice. It was a nice 4-bedroom rancher with a full basement, beautiful big backyard, terraced, you know, everything. Nice, quiet neighborhood. Thought it'd be perfect for the kids. Thing is, my life wasn't in Atlanta, right? So if you want to stifle your kids, that's what you can do right there. They're going to say, hey, how about I buy this house so you can put a mortgage on it because we know that you're broke behind wheel because you ain't got no money. But you got a house, so what you going to do? Mortgage that thing up, right? So if you don't mortgage it up, let's say this is your parents' situation. They bought that house, or this is you, and then we're going to fast forward to your kids, right? You bought this house for $325K. By the time you get this thing paid off, I'm 33. I will be 63 by the time I pay this off. To do what with it? To sit in there and freaking die? You know, it doesn't make sense. I guess I could say, well, it's an investment and it might be worth $500,000 a couple of years from now. Well, congratulations for making $200,000. Psych, you're not gonna make $200,000 because you're gonna pay insurance, tax, you're gonna pay freaking interest, you're gonna pay all that stuff for over 30 years. You know how much you're gonna pay in PTI before you even get below 80%? Because that's not 80%. I mean, we could do the math, but it's not important. You're gonna pay extra for PTI. You're also gonna freaking pay that interest. That 325, what's 325 amortized over? Thank you, Google. Here we go. So we're gonna throw Google on here real quick. I gotta keep locking the screen because I put Office on here, so it made me, you know, secure my phone. But me, I'm just a hit the button and go type guy. How much money would I spend on a $325,000 home loan at 4.15%? Then it takes me to amortizationtable.org. Right there. All right. Now let's see. Ooh, look at these numbers, man. Look at these numbers. Let's see. Over the course of that loan. Wow. I got to get some better technology to share these screens with you. But look at that. Over the course of that loan, if you put zero down on a 399, yeah, what is that? It's 327, right? Plus your closing fees and then all that. Is that it? 399. Okay, so the house was 399, and you had a 15-year mortgage at 2.84%. So they even did you one better. They said over 30 years you will pay $527,000. That is the most insane thing that I've ever heard, man. So you're gonna buy this right here at $325. You're gonna pay $527,998, hoping that you can sell this for $500,000 30 years down the line, so your old behind could go jump around the Caribbean or something. Guess what? You're gonna lose money on that deal because you put in $600,000. You will sell it for $500,000. You will lose $100,000. Come on, man. Think with me. Get big, right? Get big. This is a stupid move. It's a freaking stupid move. Because on top of that, guess what? I'm immobile too, right? Because I told you about that house that I would rent in California. Now, if I buy that house in California, if I buy this house here in El Paso, I have $650,000 worth of debt that's steadily leaking money every month. It just costs me money every month. It's a freaking drain. I'm telling you, it's just like boats, right? If you want to sink something, you know, buy a boat. Or if you want to sink your money into something, buy a boat. That's it. Either way. All right. So Then we have house, car, savings. Let's talk about savings, right? If I put, let's say I save $300 a month. What's my money doing, right? I give the bank $300. Everybody knows what the FDIC is, right? Right. So they have to make sure they keep a reserve, and everybody knows that it used to be 10%, right? So, and I say it used to be, so I already gave it away. So the bank could keep 30 of your dollars, right? That's $30 that you have. But in reality, and I know you can access it at the bank and all that stuff, but for every dollar that you deposit, they can loan out 9, right? So what's 9 times 30? $270, and that's the balance of your $300. And you know what they do with that $270? They lend it out to broke folks at 10%. Or something crazy like that. And so every year, they're going to make freaking, it's going to be, because 270 times 0.10 equals freaking 27, right? So you're going to make $27 a year. And I'm going to put this in green because the bank's making money right now. This is your broke behind paying the money over here taking a loan. So 270 times 0.10 is going to be $27. And you're going to add that to the principal of that 270. And that's going to give you $297. And then next year, I'm going to take 10% of that. And you're going to make $29.8. So let's call it $29 to keep it low. And then look at what they did with your money, man. Look at what they did with your money. Because you put your $300 in here, and they're holding $30 just to say, you could come and get your money, because we know nobody in America has enough money where they could just come in and take all the money out because they don't need it like that. You got the broke folks that have 0 bank accounts, and then you have people with 100,000 sitting in there doing this. That's the bank, man. The bank made that money, not you. Come on, man. The bank took your $270, and in 2 years with compound interest at 10%, made it $326. They just earned $56 off your money in 2 years, which is a rate of return of, what is that? Come on with the phone. You're going to have to work with me now. You're going to have to work with me. All right. Again. 270 is what percentage of 326? $270 divided by 326.
The answer is approximately 0.828.
Let's see. Sorry, did I do that the right way? Yeah, I want to do 326 divided by 270. That is an increase of 21%. They made 21% on you loaning money, and they only have to keep 10% so they can sell the other 90% of your money for 10% to some bum, some broke guy that's borrowing money, unless he's a guy that's getting rich off of real estate or borrowing that money to make, business happen. And guess what? I'll pay that. I will pay 10% if I need to make money, because if I add a couple of woo-woos on here, if I make that 2.7 million, yes, I will absolutely pay you freaking, what would that be? If that was 2.7 million, that'd be $27,000 a year in interest. But I guarantee you that'd be on a property that's grossing well over $500,000, right? Come on now, think big. If I want to make over $500,000 in a year, and I got to pay somebody $27,000, you think I won't do that? That's $473,000 net if I do that. If you don't want to give up any equity, if you don't want to give up Yeah, if you don't want to give up equity, you got to give up a percentage. You got to give something. If you ain't got no money, you got to give something. That 10%, right? So, look at what the bank did with your money, man. Whew. So you think savings is cool? You can keep throwing your money in the death trap right there. But I mean, honestly, I'm gonna keep savings green, right? But keep it in your head. There's better places to put your money. So let's do that. Let's just say we're gonna put a red note right here that says better places to put your money. To put your woo woos. Right? Because we're gonna make some woo woos, and guess what? If you think this is a small thing right here because you're only putting 500, 1,000. Let's say whatever it is, you putting $1,000 in there. We're not talking big boy money right now. At $1,000, you're still losing. You're still losing at $1,000. However, it's not going to be as exaggerated as when you got 100 million. When you're doing stupid stuff like that with 100 million, why would I have 100 million in savings? Of course you wouldn't. But I wouldn't do it with 1 million. I wouldn't do it with 2. I wouldn't do it with 5. Like, why? I can make that money work. That's the only way that we make money. We make money 2 ways, right? This is how we make money. This is the way that we grew up, watching mom and dad make money. Go to school, find job, work job, retire, die. You know what I just did? I just explained your life from age 5. Let's say 18 when you get out of college or high school. Let's say you even go to college, okay? 18 to 23. 25 for some of you slackers, and that's weird. So, either way, you're going to work your job from these ages until, let's say, you decide to retire at 62. If you can retire at 62, how many people? Woo, oh man, I'm telling you, if I'm saying something that don't make sense, please let me know. If I'm rambling, please let me know. But I'm giving it to y'all, man. I'm dropping freaking diamonds, bro. How many people over the age of retirement have to work full time? That's a real question. Work in retirement. Here's the top link that came up. Work in retirement. Or even better, I have a link here from Pew. From Pew Research. Pew Research Center here reported December 8th, 2016, more older Americans are working and working more than they used to. So those age 65, so they told me 65, so you still got 3 more years, young buck. You might as well go to college so you can go ahead and take a break right here. Go ahead and take a 5-year break because you ain't ready to work. You just came out from high school wet behind the ears, didn't have any responsibility, and a lot of y'all still don't take responsibility right there. And if y'all floating into the 30s and not taking responsibilities, then come on, man. Those aged 65 and older are working more than at any time since the turn of the century. And today's older workers are spending more time on the job than did their peers in previous years, according to a new Pew Research. In May, 18.8% of Americans aged 65 and older, or nearly 9 million people, reported being employed full or part-time. That means that 18.8% people have reported that they are freaking broke. 18.8% of old folks have told you that they are freaking broke. If you think that is a game when you saw in Good Times, they had, what's her name? The lady that was on 2272, but she came up and she wanted to make dinner for the Evans, and they didn't want it because they thought that she was eating cat food. And she was like, yeah, I'm eating cat food, but I'm going to serve y'all. So, what was that number? 18.8% of people that said 18.8% of people 65 and older in the United States have told us that they are broke, man. Wow. So look at where you are at. You're in the same spot that you were when you were freaking 5 years old. Stupid. Because you follow this cycle. You follow this cycle, man. Stop. Because guess what? Retire, there is no such thing as retire. If you're a beast, right? You're gonna freaking work until you die. Because I like my work. I like doing what I'm gonna do. You know, whatever I'm doing, I'm gonna stay occupied nonstop, right? There might be a time that I'll slow down, but every now and then you just gotta jump in there, man. You gotta do something. Because even still, they say that working increases freaking longevity of your life too. Now, I would like to enjoy my time here on the earth, but I ain't trying to hang around too long. If I can't go out and freaking climb a mountain, freaking, I don't know, ride a bike, something like that. If I'm pooping in the drawers, go ahead and pull the plug for me. All right, so either way, all right. This is the model that we have followed this whole time. And then we throw stupid stuff in here. Freaking buy a house. Look at all this red I'm about to throw up here. Buy a house. Cars. What do you do in college? You drink a whole lot. You go to the military, you drink a whole lot. You're just gonna, let's say that you spend money in excess. Whatever you're doing. Right? Just stupid stuff. Consumption, spending, shopping. Right? Because you have to look better than the other person, to look good, and you have to have freaking nice clothes, all that stuff, man. You do all this stupid stuff. I'm gonna call this the stupid cycle. This right here is the stupid cycle. So, us being people of intelligence, because we're here, you don't like being called stupid, but guess what? If the shoe fits, wear it. Freaking wear it. And then don't even worry about what's going to happen from there. Because if you're tired of being broke and you're wondering when will this ever stop, it will never stop. This will never stop, right? This. And by the way, the Fed actually increased the percentage that the bank is able to keep, that they have to have on hand. Is actually 0.08 now. Right? Oh, man. 0.08. Let's see what the number really is. You put in $300 a month there. And so when I did those numbers, that's how much money you're losing every month. They're keeping $30 and they're keeping on reserve so that you can get it. And you access that $300, you use it. You consume it. It's gone. It's blown and all this. All that, man, is gone. What is 300 times 8%?
The answer is 24.
24. Right, so they're going to keep 24 there at the bank for you. They're going to loan out the other 376. And this is where I'm going to start throwing it in the red, because that's where you're losing your profit. Sorry, you're 276. Right? And that's going to equal your 300. And then they're going to take that 276 multiplied times 10% that they're going to loan out to somebody. And so every year they're going to take that $276 and they're going to make $27 here. They're going to make $30 here. They're going to make they're going to make $57 on your money on the $300 that you blew 2 years ago. You no longer even have that $300, man. We already know it. But the bank, of course, they're in the business of lending. They made $57 on that money that you put in. Right? Come on, man. Knowledge tastes good. If you don't have any, come get you some. So, you keep doing this stupid stuff because you're following the pattern that they sold you. The pattern that they told you. They told you you can go serve your country, right? This is what they told our grandparents. You can go serve your country. You can come back, buy yourself a house, find a job, work a job, retire and die, right? You get a freaking gold Rolex watch when you retire. Or they used to get a gold Rolex watch, right? Or something. You get a plaque, something, and then die. Bro, what is the average lifespan in America? What is the average lifespan in America?
The life expectancy in the United States of America was 78.74 years in 2012.
Mine is 65 when I'm supposed to retire. So I'm just supposed to sit around for 13 years and die while I eat freaking cat food. And I'm broke because I bought this stupid ass house right here. Right? I finally paid $600,000 on that after I paid it off. Let's say I didn't get my ish together until I was freaking 40. I still owe this money every year because that's what I decided to do. Right? How many people said they were broke? Over 65? 18.8%. That's crazy. 1 in 5 people. 1 in 5 of you will be broke by the time you get here. Hey, don't quote me, boy, because I ain't said shit. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, it's the numbers are right here, man. The numbers are right here. I'm talking sense. I hope you hear me. All right, let's get off of that, man. We could keep going on the stupid cycle all day, and I feel like, two fools could be arguing and someone from a distance wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Right? Sorry. You can argue with a fool, but someone from a distance wouldn't be able to tell the difference. That's what it is. I like how I gave y'all the look like I nailed it. I did nail it. Anyway. All right, so your savings, better places to put your money. CDs, mutual funds, bonds, that all falls into the same place. 401ks, TSPs, you can't touch this until you're 59 and a half. Once you're already so deep in your freaking stupid cycle, because you're going to start your stupid cycle at 65 once you realize that you're broke and you're one of those 5 people. Right? And then so that gives you 7 years to try to figure out what you put in your 401k. So in your first years coming out, you were broke. You didn't make much money. And somehow you probably found your niche around 35, 40 working, right? That's where you made your consistent $50,000, $60,000 a year. And you put 10% aside of $50,000, $60,000 a year. Let's go with 50,000. 50K, you put 10% aside for savings. So you put 5K in savings. Right? So now you've done that your whole adult life since you've been working. So what's 65 minus 18? Freaking 47? Yeah, 47 years. So let's multiply that up by 47. And that's going to be 235K. That's how much money you saved in your whole stupid cycle. Right? If you were being diligent in saving the whole time. Right? The other 45 is gone. Right? Because you're not even saving 10%. Right? So this little money right here ain't no money. I appreciate that number. I've worked for that number. I still work for that number. But I started bringing in more income, man. I started bringing in other streams, right? So, anyway, all that's gone. Bye. You know what I'm saying? So this is what you're left with when you're at the end of your stupid cycle, right? And then here's what you're left with at the end of your stupid cycle. Mind you, you didn't get your shit together until you were 35, 40, or 30, let's say 30, 35, right? So, at 30, you finished your stupid cycle. Now you got a $325,000 house, right? So now we can finally put that in the asset column. Yay! You got your $325,000 house that you're hoping, cross those fingers. Oh, it might be worth 500. Let's Let's say over 30 years, your house should be worth 500,000. Should be. That's what you're hoping for. Remember, we saw those numbers earlier. You already paid 599,000 into it, man. You lose $99,000. So 235 minus 99 is going to be freaking 236. 136. Or is it 126? 126. 126. 126. 126. 126. 126. 126. Let me just make sure. So 15, 6, 12. What? 15, 9, 2, 3. 136. Boom. So you got 136. I should have done that in green. Right? That is a sad existence to live on for the next 13 years of your life. 65 to the average, what was it, 78? So you got to live the next 13 years of your life on $136,000. You are a sad, broken down individual at this point. Oh man, this is bad. I think that's going to be 0.4. Yeah, we got to take $100 from him. Stupid. Let me just draw that on. Stupid. Whoever's telling you go work that job, do it well, work it faithfully and all that stuff, go buy yourself a house, is setting you up for freaking failure. Stupid. Right? Come on, man. Alright, so I'm getting daggone. I feel like I'm getting the Holy Ghost over here. You know? So I walked you through all this stuff. If you did that with your 401k, you're still stupid. That's where you ended up. We can add a little interest in there for you to make you feel better. But that's what you're going to live on, $10,000 a year. And yes, you will be eating cat food, sitting in the house that you paid for because you got $10,000. But I got my military retirement, blah, blah, blah. Ooh, anybody tells you they're going to live off of military retirement is drunk, high, and stupid at the same time. It's like $2,000. If you medically retire, all that stuff, $2,000 ain't no money. I can't do anything with $2,000. I spend $3,600 every month on freaking expenses. Come on, man. All right. So, either way, NetWorth. Whole reason that we went through all this stuff, figuring out numbers, going through freaking real estate, all that good stuff. I've explained all this stuff. If you ain't got it, please rewind, go back, understand this. All right. So we're gonna clear it out. So what we gonna do? We're gonna start blank slate, no nickels. That's why I called it no nickels. Now, if you thought that it was, all BS or something like that, I'm just telling you that, hey, you can make money too with no money down. No, it's because that's the truth of what we're living with today, man. We're living with freaking no nickels, and we're set up to do that. We're set up to be that way, man. And we freaking, we ate that. We consumed that. We thought that was the way to live life. To freaking... Man, I'm gonna have to go back on the video now so I can take the picture. So I can see it again. That boggled me, man. I did that off the top of my brain right there, and tell me that didn't make sense. I gave you some very simple numbers right there. You saw me do the research right here, right? So, man, if you told me right now that I was busting my ass to make $50,000, $60,000 a year, and by the time I'm 65, I'm gonna be eating freaking tuna, $10,000 a year. What? If older tuna eating you went back and told younger stupid you, buy a house, buy cars, put it in savings, stocks and bonds, all that. Oh, I'm so sorry. Nigga, you're gonna be broke. You're gonna be broke. Come on, man. You can make 120,000, 200,000. 200,000 only bumps that number freaking times 3. I mean, times 4. Come on, man. So I'm gonna live on 40,000 a year? Yeah, that's a little better. You know what? I was working at East Lake Golf Club before I went down to Cuba to work down there last time. And I was on the golf course with these guys that I've caddied for over the past since 97, 96, 97, somewhere around there. Like, that was my first job in high school. I worked as a caddy at East Lake Golf Club. And so I came back after I got out the Marine Corps because I didn't have a job. I had to make some money. So I went back out to the golf course. And it was cool. I mean, like $200 a day, which wasn't too bad. No degree, right? Whatever. Degree? Screw you. Anyway. So, I went out there and I saw Mr. Glenn. Mr. Glenn used to be the meanest, oldest son of a bitch. I swear he's like the reason why I have some kind of discipline, you know, in my life. Because that was like where I first started learning a work ethic. Because he would bust your balls for all 18 holes. Talk bad about you, throw clubs, all sorts of stuff. And at the end of the round, he would give you the club minimum $10 tip. So, man, anyway, it was Mr. Glenn, Dr. What was his name? Hopkins. Yeah, I can't remember his name. It sounded like a girl, but Dr. Hopkins. Dick Snyder, that looks like freaking Rodney Dangerfield, like dead ringer. And then, you know, like that fourth person would be a mixture between Mr. Gasparini, that looked like Cal Ripken, you know, or Mr. Hurt or something like that. Either way, I brought y'all into my world now. I'm bringing you back. Either way, all right. So I'm out there on the golf course here. I just got out the Marine Corps. I'm 31 years old, 32, something like that. Either way, I like the golf course because I got to be around money. I met a lot of people out there at the golf course, man. If you want to know what my network looks like, guess what? You can't get into my Rolodex, baby. But I tell you right now, I can contact the head of some major banks, you know, and make something happen. Bring me a deal, man. I can make it happen. Tell me, I move around money. They like money. So either way, I just didn't put my mind to making money before. Now I got my mind on it, right? So I'm focused. I got my eye on you. I got you. Right, so getting that money, $200 million is mine. So either way, Dick Snyder, freaking, I remember these dudes used to put an apple down next to the cart and take a piss right there. I was like, ooh, they nasty. Either way, he said that he's sitting there complaining to Jack and the other guys about how he can't afford anything and he's so broke and he can't afford to tip us because he's broke and he's only living on his Social Security. But his dumb ass is a freaking resident member of East Lake Golf Club where it costs you $325,000 and they don't even accept private members anymore. It's what? He told me that his wife would kill him and she found out he was still out there at the golf course. And he's living off his SSI. And I used to look at these guys and think they were the freaking smartest, richest guys that I knew. I was like, holy crap. And this guy's a freaking idiot. It makes me sick. I love the dude. I love him to death. It was, man, they got me my appointment at West Point. Mr. Gasparini wrote my freaking recommendation at West Point because he was a retired Air Force Academy. You know, he went to the Air Force Academy and he retired. But either way, man, I love those people, but in the end, stupid. Mr. Glenn has freaking Glenn powder coating. You know, Mr. Gasparini, I forgot what he does. Hurt was a psychiatrist or something like that. And either way, man, I never knew what Dick Snyder did, but wow, bro. Stupid. Right there at that 65 mark, I showed y'all, right? $10,000. Either way. All right, so what we're doing now is figuring out how we're going to increase our flow of income, but that will be for the next episode. So I appreciate it. If you like the video, please share it. Tell your friends. We're going to be here every Friday, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So that's going to be, man, freaking 11 p.m. on the Eastern Standard Time. And that's 7 p.m. Pacific. All right, my name is Marcus Canty, the 200 Milli Man. And you're here with me on No Nickels. I hope y'all have a blessed evening.